Yo, people, what's going on? What's going on, everybody? Hope you guys are good. Listen, today, I had to do a little bit different. All right. Welcome. This is Man United Central. I am Luther, and this is, I guess, a different way of doing it. All right, guys. Listen, uh, I'm not gonna have a live today, so I decided to do a quick video this way, testing some things out, trying to see how we can maneuver stuff. Let's see. Guess what? I can actually share my screen. This is pretty cool. Look at that. Nice. I like it. So, guys, listen. Real quick, we're gonna be talking about a few stories, man. I saw these Trincao. I know some of you guys saw Trincao yesterday, right? Dude, if we can sign a player like Trincao, um, because I saw a report. What was that? I'm trying to find it. I saw a report that Manchester United um, they will be testing Sporting's resolve when it comes to Trincao, right? So I'm trying to find that story. I had it over here. Wait, is it? No, there's. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? There you go. Yeah. So it was this one here. So according to Malak Mirror, Manchester United are primed to test Sporting's resolve to keep the 30 million rated Francisco Trincao. Listen, if Trincao is only 30 million, come on, man. Why can't we be going for this guy? But we haven't really been linked with him, right? Which is pretty strange, right? Because again, yeah, we couldn't get Giovanni Quenda, but Trincao could really do a job for us, right? It could really do a job for us. Um, Again, other news, we see that Victor Lindelof over here, I saw this, is he's very comfortable in Manchester United. He says, I've been there for a long time and it's the world's best league. Of course, he's comfortable, right? He's getting paid over 100 and close to 150, 160K a week. Of course, you're going to be comfortable, all right? But it's time you've come to the end of the road here, because we know Victor Lindelof is going to be uh, definitely one of the players that will be leaving. Um, will be leaving in the summer, right? Which is good to see, because we need to clean house. All right. Let's see what else we got going on. This story, man. This story about the Sancho. This one, that's another one, right? If this guy comes back to United, man, it will be a disgrace. But again, I don't blame Chelsea, because Chelsea 5 million. Come on, they can find 5 million anywhere, right? So I can see this guy here, Jadon Sancho, coming back to United, guys, which is not going to be cool. But again, Ruben Amorim has the final say on whether to keep him or to get him stepping. But I think they are going to get rid, right? Ineos have already said, listen, as soon as he comes in, they're going to start plans to get him out the door, right? So we definitely, that is something that will be happening. Of course, source here for this one is Rob Dawson. I mean, he's not the best, right? But this news has been known. And according to Rob Dawson, Chelsea sources have downplayed the possibility of Jadon Sancho returning to Manchester United, right? So they could basically, of course, they don't want to say that they're going to, pretty much tear the contract and send him back, because there's still a season to go, right? And he has been getting quite a bit of game time, right? So maybe he can turn things around, and Chelsea may end up keeping him, but we shall see, right? Ideally, we don't want him back. We thought that we got rid, but hey, he's one of those. You thought you got rid, and now he's back, right? Now, what are the chances of Rasmus Højlund leaving United? 50%, all right? So, according to Gimme Sport, Manchester United's chance of selling the Danish striker Rasmus Højlund this summer are below 50%. So, there's a very low chance, right? Reason being, Obviously, we paid 70 million, right? And for us selling him now, we will be taking a loss, right? Again, so we right now, due to FFP and PSR situations, we cannot afford to take another hit in the books, right? Because right now, Ineos, they're trying to fix the books and all that, so they cannot afford to take another hit. So this one, I don't think it's going to be high up there in the priority to get rid of him as far as Rasmus, but bringing in a striker is a priority for us. And of course, the number one we've been linked with, from what I see in reports, is Osherman. All right, I did see that also today, that he is top of our list as far as the striker position. It makes sense because we need a goal scorer. We need someone who's gonna definitely be a killer on the box, and Osherman is that guy, right? Osherman is that guy. So we shall see if we can get him. But again, at the end of the day, it's always gonna be we gotta sell in order to buy kind of situation, right? Yeah, and let's see. This news too that was found it very interesting today. There is uncertainty over the future of goalkeeper Altay Bandir, who could seek regular football to increase his chances of starting for Turkey in the World Cup coming up next year. Right. So obviously, Ruben Amorim also would like to recruit his own goalkeeper because both of these guys are not his pick. We have seen most teams. Klopp did it when it came to Liverpool. Pep Guardiola did the same thing when it came to Man City. They like to bring in their own goalkeepers, right? So we should expect that, right? In other news, I see Johnny Evans and Tom Heaton are likely to retire. Obviously, they come on. Johnny Evans, he has been plagued with, I think, back injuries, so it kind of makes sense for him to retire. Heaton, the same way. I mean, dude, it's time. They hang their boots and then go to coaching or something like that. I wonder if we're gonna do like testimonial or something for any of these guys, because they were decent servers. They served Man United well, so they may do something. I don't know if they're gonna do a testimonial, but I hope we send them out well, right? Because honestly, they've been all right as players, right? Especially Johnny Evans coming in when we really needed him. He came in just to train with us. All of a sudden, we signed him, gave him a short-term contract, and honestly, most of the games that he played, I don't think you can tell. I don't think you can remember a bad game from him, right? So he played very well for us, I must say, when we needed him, right? Um, of course, this report here by Sam Lockers, I like it, that Manchester United will attempt to break double figures for permanent departures this summer. I like that. Double figures, meaning like, you're going to try to offload like 10 players or something like that, right? We know for a fact the ones who are definites, like, of course, Jadon Sancho is a definite, right? Jadon Sancho, we got Rashford. Who else? Anthony is over. He's gone. Lindelof is going to be gone. Johnny Evans, of course. Heaton, he's going to be gone. Of course, they're going to try to offload Casemiro. That's another one. So yeah, there's quite a bit of numbers that they can get to, but I don't know if they can get to the double figure they've been talking about, because I don't see the likes of Onana being offloaded. Now I know there were links in the Saudi league from the most recent report I saw. Now, if he does go to the Saudi league, that it was well and good, because at least the Saudi league will be able to offer us the type of money that we're trying to bring in, right? So we shall see. All right, we shall see how that whole thing is going to work out. Let's see what else, man. International break, man. I cannot wait for proper football to come back. I cannot wait for proper football to come back. International break is really boring. All right. In other news, I did see that Kobbie, Mainoo, and Harry Maguire are back in training. All right. And also, of course, we see here Luke Shaw and Manny Mace. They're also in training this morning. So this is good, right? It's good to see that the boys are back, all right, trying to get ready for those upcoming games, which are going to be crucial, all right? They're going to be crucial for our season, really, how our season is going to turn out. Because when we come back, we face Nottingham Forest, which is going to be tough. After that, we got City. And then after that, I think we got Lyon. And then after Lyon, we're playing Newcastle. So that is going to be a crucial season where our team is really going to be tested to see, okay, how are we looking? All right. But yeah, let's see what else we got. Rashford today played very well, I think. So yeah, during the time he was on the pitch, no player created more chances than Rashford, which is 6. So he did play well today. We could see that his old Rashford come out. Of course, blind alleys here and there, but he did play well, I would say, right? And that's good because we want him to play well, right? That way, everybody in the world can see that he's quality, and we can get some money, right, from him. Right, because coming back to Manchester United, it is not an option because, part of the work that Ineos is doing is to offload these high-wage players. We need to get rid of them, and I think Rashford is one of those that we can kind of confidently believe that he will be heading out the door. Another one, of course, is Anthony. Anthony has been killing it out there at Real Betis. So again, him is another one that we should be able to get some money in, right? We were hoping for Sancho 25 million, but loophole FC Chelsea, they found a way to maybe send him back for 5 million, right? Disgrace Chelsea. All right. Let's see what else we got here. Of course, in terms of what Manchester United want from a striker, Osimhen, this according to Center Devils, Laurie Whitwell is saying that in terms of Manchester United, what they want from a striker, I think Osimhen would fit that bill. So I wonder what happens there. All right. The only thing, Napoli, how much would they want for him, right? Again, it's going to be interesting. Maybe we can do some creative money movement here, right? We take Osimhen plus a little bit of cash, and then we maybe send Rasmus on that side, or a Garnacho kind of thing, right, to make the deal happen. I hope we can do something like that. It will be interesting. But of course, he's one of the main targets, right? Ideally, I would like us to get him or Jokers, of course. But we need to bring in a proven goal scorer, not a potential, honestly, right? Because potential, we're talking about Ekitike, Benjamin Sheshko, or Delap. Those guys are potential, right? If we're going to bring in a striker, let's just bring in a striker, someone who's going to take the load off of Rasmus Højlund, right? So guys, listen, this is a quick one. I just wanted to jump in here and say what's up to all you guys. Make sure you smash the like, hit the subscribe, and listen, big up to all you guys for checking out this video. I appreciate you for support as always. Big up to Tony and everybody in the chat. All right, peace out, people. All right, people, listen. You know what? Let's go. All right. Yeah, we're going to go on a ride. Headed to the office. All right, guys. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day. It's another day, man. It's another day. International break. You know what? We're going to go on you're going to ride with me to the office, and then we're going to talk about, obviously, the usual, man, Manchester United. Listen, one thing I got to say. The international break could not have come at a worse time, right? When United had a momentum. We were like, what, 7 unbeaten, right? So, but it is what it is, all right? That, you know that word, right? We've heard it a lot this season. It is what it is. So we roll with it, we deal with it. We hope that when we come back, when we come back, we'll still have the momentum with us, right? So let's see what we have going on today, man. Today's Wednesday. It's crazy. look, you know that PTSD thing, right? You know, some words, or you know, you don't want to hear them. When you hear them, you cringe. Yeah, I have one of those names. You guys let me know if you have one of those names or things that whatever you hear, you're like, not again. Yeah, I have one. Frankie de Jong. Frankie de Jong, man, is that name. Remember that one summer where we chased this guy for the longest, pretty much the whole summer, and all the reporters and their mother, they were like, yeah, man, he's gonna go to United. The deal, you know, could definitely be finalized any moment now, right? You remember that? Yeah, man, and I'm telling you. So for me, Frankie de Jong, I do not want to hear that name. Guess what? Apparently we're back on this Frankie de Jong thing again. There's some reports that are saying that United could be in for Frankie de Jong. But again, last time we made a mistake, and of course, Frankie de Jong was a Erik ten Hag player, right? He was definitely an Erik ten Hag player. Now, I don't know if, obviously we need a midfielder, right? Because we're going to be losing Christian Eriksen in the summer, right? So if we're losing Christian Eriksen, obviously we need to replace him. And we do need another 6/8. Yeah, Frankie de Jong is, you know, one of the best in the business, all right? And obviously if we have him in that midfield, definitely, it will definitely increase our profile in that midfield for sure, right? And ever since he came back from injury, you know, for Barcelona, he has been playing well, right? So that is neither here nor there. But it's just that, you know, this guy had shown us that he does not want to leave Barcelona. He said his wife and family, they're happy there, right? He said he didn't want to leave. He wanted to stay. Why are we seeing these reports again that we're back for him again? Come on, man. Frankie de Jong again, right? I mean, this guy, last time we made a mistake when United apparently went and spoke with Barcelona, and of course Barcelona by then, they needed the money, right? So the deal was not an issue, but they didn't agree terms with the player. See, the way this thing works is when you're trying to sign a player, you know, you need to agree personal terms, right? So once you agree personal terms, and then if that's not a problem, then you go talk to the team, agree the numbers, and then boom, you know, things can happen. All right, let's see, let me change this. I don't know why I did that. Let me do this. Right, so things can happen. So, hey, did United not do that? So Frankie de Jong was like, no, I'm not leaving. And at that time, Frankie de Jong was owed money, salary by Barca. So he was not willing, of course, to forgo his salary to come to United. Right? And of course, I don't blame him, right? I don't blame him. You know, again, yeah, it was Ten Hag boy, you know, they were together at Ajax. But this is a different regime, man. This is Ruben Amorim's show. So I don't know if this story is true, but from what we see in the reports, it looks like we are back for him. So that's interesting. All right. What else we got going on? Yeah, we see reports of your boy, Jadon Sancho. Right? One thing we like to hear is Manchester United. They have clearly stated that they do not want Jadon Sancho back. I'm sure you guys agree, right? Come on. There's no way you want Jadon Sancho back. Please, drop in the comments. Let me know, do you want Jadon Sancho back or not? All right? You cannot want Jadon Sancho back. He's a disgrace, right? Whenever he left, when he went to Dortmund, he kissed the badge. You know, when he went to Chelsea, you know, again, he was saying some you know, weird stuff, showing that he's happy that, you know, he's back in London town, right? You know, he was performing better. But of course now Chelsea, they're seeing like that Jadon Sancho is a dud, and now they want to send him back. Come on, Chelsea. You know, you break it, you buy it kind of thing. So you guys agree to deal. Please give us 25 million so we can go shopping in the summer, right? But Chelsea, it looks like they are like, yo, this is not what we signed up for. All right. So Chelsea now, they're trying to, oh man, this son. Chelsea now, they're trying to obviously find a loophole and see if they can send the guy back. I don't blame him too, man, because sometimes, instead of being stuck with the guy, maybe, you say, all right, what can we do here? This son is madness. What can we do here? So, right, if they do send him back, of course, they're gonna, let's do this. If they do send him back, they're gonna pay a hefty fee, right? The fee could be upwards of plus 10 million, somewhere around there. Now, of course, we are, our money situation, right? So with our money situation, obviously, we are gonna take the money, all right? We'll take the money, but if he does come back, United have said, like Ineos, they said they will do whatever they can ASAP to send him out, all right? I don't know if it's gonna be another loan, but they're gonna do their part and send him away. So we shall see. But honestly, I just don't want to do another loan for the guy, man. When he left, we were like, yeah, man, we're done with him. Finally. Now he's right back. So, yeah. Ineos got the work cut out for. And obviously, like, right now, if he comes back, right, if we do send him out on loan again, then we're going to have to do one of those moves, right, to pay a portion of his salary, right, which will be, because unless he goes back to Dortmund, we may end up paying, like, I don't know, 80% of his salary, because he's one of those players who gets paid close to 300K a week. So that's a lot of money. A lot of teams cannot afford that. So yeah, so we're back another summer with a Jadon Sancho issue, which we thought that we were kind of washed our hands from it. We're good to go. Yeah, man. It's not a good look. So hopefully we get him out. Let's see what else we got going on. Obviously, in the summer, we're going to be looking for a striker, right? Priority position. Priority positions. You guys let me know in the chat, what are your priority positions this summer, right? Obviously, according to reports, number 1 on the list is striker. Number 2 is number 10s, right? We need ideally at least 2 number 10s, right? And then, of course, we need a midfielder. Maybe we need another center back, right? Because we're going to be losing Lindelof. We're going to be losing Lindelof and Johnny Evans. So we're losing 2, so we need to sign another center back. And then, of course, goalkeeper. Now, goalkeeper position, Andre Onana, there was a report yesterday. He said, listen, he is not worried about all these stories that he sees that United is looking at his replacement, right? He's not worried about that. He likes the relationship he has with Ruben Amorim, so he's not worried at all. And he's just gonna work on his game and work to bring the team back to basically where we need to be. Where we are winning games week in, week out. Yeah. So, and honestly, I don't think, if you think about it, I don't see Onana leaving in the summer, because again, we just signed him not too long ago. Right now, if we do send him out, we will need to get, I think, 35 million, if I'm not mistaken, for him. And close to 35 million, I don't know if who's going to come and actually give us that money, right? It's quite a bit of money. I don't see anybody giving us. So I do see Onana staying another season at least. Maybe the next summer we can look for a way to offload him. Because I would think definitely with most of the managers, when they come on board, like Pep Guardiola, Jurgen Klopp, when they came in, they always want to get their own goalkeeper. And Onana is really not Amorim's goalkeeper, right? He's not Amorim's goalkeeper, so it's going to be interesting. Obviously, he would want to get his own goalkeeper, right? So we shall see. Now, we've been linked with a lot of names out there, but again, even if we bring it, which I think we are going to bring a goalkeeper this summer, but I don't think we're going to pay a good amount, say, I don't know, over 30 for another goalkeeper this summer, because we are losing Heaton, right? So we need 3 goalkeepers at least. So we're losing Heaton, so we're going to have to replace him. I'm thinking we're going to replace him with another young talent, just like the way we've been doing with the youth, right? The Heaven, Leon, Cheeto. I think we're gonna get one of those type of goalkeepers, right? Talent that can come in and in a few years maybe dislodge Onana, all right, as a number 1. So we may do that kind of route. So that's what I'm thinking we're gonna end up doing as far as the goalkeeping aspect of it. Striker, listen, Rasmus has been catching a lot of flack for obvious reasons, right? He hasn't been doing his job like like Roy Keane will say, just do your job, right? Just do your job, put the ball in the back of the net. So Rasmus has struggled. Obviously, guys, listen, I don't blame Rasmus, man, because you know, he, again, when we signed him, we didn't sign him as the finished product. We did not sign him as the guy who's going to be leading the line for us. We did not sign him as the guy who's going to give us 20 plus goals, right? We signed him as a potential. He was supposed to be working under a seasoned striker. In that summer, we were linked with Harry Kane. So had we gotten the likes of Harry Kane, then he would have had someone to learn from. So that is something, you know, yeah, we can blame him because we paid, what, 70 million for him, which is, you know, proper money. But again, we knew what we signed. We didn't sign the finished product, so we gotta cut him some slack. I would say, listen, keep Rasmus, but still we gotta sign a proven goal scorer. That way we can help Rasmus with his development, right? Because I think definitely he has the qualities. His finishing is pretty good if he's put in situations that he can run with the ball, you know, just like the last goal he scored, right? It was a nice taken goal. That goal is, you know, it was a goal of like a striker who's kind of confident in what he's doing, right? He didn't look like he kind of fumbled. He knew exactly what he needed to do, and he put the goal away. So he has that. In all the goals that he scored, he has scored some nice goals, right? So I'm thinking with time, he may be okay. He may be okay. You guys let me know if you agree or disagree. You want to get rid of Rasmus or not. Now, if we do get rid of him, there's some reports that he may be going to back to Italy, where he flourished, right? There's some links to Napoli. There's some links to Juve. I saw a report yesterday from Alex Crook from TalkSport. He was saying, yeah, Rasmus could be that one player who may leave in the summer, and destination could be Italy, right? Apparently, Napoli, they like his profile, right? Now, we know who we like at Napoli, right? Yeah, Osimhen. Osimhen definitely is going to be leaving Napoli this summer. So maybe a deal can be done there, right? A light swap deal kind of thing, but I don't think it's going to be a swap. It's going to be whatever they need to do. You know, he may be okay to go to Napoli, and he may thrive over there, which will be, everybody will be happy. We get Osimhen, he goes over there, cool. But ideally, I would like to keep him because we've already spent, you know, proper money. So let's not just get rid of him for the heck of get rid of, and then next thing we're hit with the PSR, because we did. Obviously, if we get rid of him, we're gonna get rid of him at a loss, right? So we shall see. And if he goes to Juve, I know there were some links of United. Maybe we get Vlahovic, but I don't know about Vlahovic, man. Vlahovic, I don't know if he's that guy, right? And also, I think he's on a high salary at Juve, which right now we're trying to get rid of that, right? Everybody we're bringing in is going to be players where we are not paying them crazy money, right? Those days of us, Ineos, giving contracts to players for like 300 bags a week, those days are over, right? So anybody we sign now, we'll be looking somewhere maybe like 200s that, you know, if we bring in the likes of Osimhen, you're looking to pay maybe like, I don't know, 200 maybe, right? And from what we see from reports, Osimhen's price range is close to what Man United may be okay to work with, right, as far as acquiring his services. This is according to Alex Crook from the TalkSport. Right, so, you know, definitely we're going to bring in a striker. Who is it going to be? I don't know. Yesterday or the day before, we saw some names. Ekitike is one of them. Benjamin Šeško is another one. And, of course, Gyökeres, Osimhen, you know, and, of course, the Laurie Delap from Ipswich. Now, Delap, of course, is going to be the cheaper route because Ipswich, they're going to be relegated, so we can work out a deal there. But again, with Delap, it's one of those like, okay, if we're going to bring somebody in, he has to be one of those like, 20 goal plus striker, a proper striker, where a striker where once they're in that box, even if, for example, Dalot sends a crazy pass, he can anticipate, okay, because I'm experienced, this ball may drop here, so I'm going to position myself this way, boom, you know, that kind of thing. All right, so we need one of those guys. So Delap is still like another work in progress. To me, Delap is like Delap could be another Rasmus, maybe a little bit better than Rasmus as far as in front of goal. But again, it's another potential. I don't want a potential right now. I want a proven, all right? And I'm sure you guys would agree, a proven striker where, you know that they're going to do the business, right? Right? So we'll see. We'll see what happens there. But yeah, definitely a striker. And then, of course, the others like Šeško, Benjamin Šeško, to me, I don't know. You know, he's not really scoring goals for fun right now. He's young. You know, he is scoring some goals, but I don't know. Ekitike, this season here that we're finishing, is kind of the season, his breakout season kind of thing. Tall striker, good on the ball, good finisher. This season, I think he has scored like 10 plus goals or something like that. So interesting profile of a striker. So I mean, if we're gonna go, let's just go for the proven, right? Let's just go for Gyökeres if we can. Gyökeres has worked with Amorim, so you know from the get-go he will know exactly what he needs to do. He will know what how Amorim likes to play. So less issues there, right? Osimhen, again, that's another one who we say, okay, man, this guy, he's gonna be a problem for a lot of defenders, right? Because honestly, the Premier League, no joke, right? You know, we need a striker who will strike fear, right? Knowing that they have to deal with him. And I think, in my opinion, Osimhen is that guy, right? He is gonna elbow you. He's gonna be good in the air. He's gonna be a problem. So we need that kind of profile. That will be nice for us. I mean, right? So, but do we have the money to get the likes of Osimhen or Gyökeres? It's gonna be tough. And do we have anything important to offer them, like Champions League football? Because that will be a crucial selling point for us, really, when it comes to luring some of these players, right? How can we offer Champions League ball? So that's why it's also very important for us to win this thing, Europa, and get to Champions League football. One, we're going to get almost close to 100 million if you qualify Champions League, right? So that's, and when you win the Europa, you get close to 100 million, which we could definitely use, right? So we hope we do that. I think I saw a report that we have a 20% chance of winning Europa. Now, we are second, right? We're favorites. Number one favorite to win Europa? Yeah, Athletic Bilbao, the Inaki brothers in them. You know, those guys, which I just don't want to face them. But those guys, they're actually, from the report I saw, they have like a 25% chance of winning Europa, right? Now, guess what? We beat Lyon in those two legs. We'll be facing Athletic Bilbao. So, again, it's going to be interesting. So, yeah, so there's a lot of things that are kind of pointing to what we need to do in the summer. A lot of moving parts. Can we do it? Can we really get our affairs in order and actually back Ruben Amorim? Because, listen, at this point, Ineos cannot afford, first of all, to sack Amorim, right? Amorim is their guy, all right? Sir Jim did clearly, you know, say it out there like, listen, he likes the guy, he likes what he's doing, he knows exactly what he needs to do to build this team and get it back to where it needs to be. So, you know, they just need to back him, give him the players that he needs, and then I think we'll be playing some good football next season. And Ruben Amorim, we know he needs athletes, right? And talking about athletes, we see when we signed the Dogu is the heaven, proper Amorim type of player. We saw Diogo Leon is another one who we're going to see in the summer what he's all made of. I don't know if he's going to go straight to the first team, but we're going to see him in the preseason, right? They're going to be looking at him closely to see, okay, can he do the job for the first team? Or if he doesn't, then yeah, they're going to send him to the under-21s and then maybe bring him on later. Because again, adapting to the English football, it may take a little bit. They may do that route. So again, profile of the player, Ruben Amorim knows what he needs. So let's, obviously Ineos, they're going to work with him, together and then decide, okay, who to bring in. So I trust that whoever they're going to bring in, whatever, if a player we bring in, he is going to be one that can actually perform in Amorim's system, because that's what we need. Pressing machines, we need, really strong players, right? Good on the ball, because the way Amorim wants to play is we need to be really on the front foot, not defensive. As far as even when we signed another defender, right? Obviously, Maguire is staying, but when we sign another defender, again, he's going to be that profile of a defender who is like heaven, like Euro, someone who's quick to recover, because Ruben Amorim wants his defenders to press up all the way to the middle of the park, right? That's how he wants to play. So you need a defender, unlike Maguire, because if Maguire loses the ball and he needs to track back, he's not the quickest, right? So it becomes a problem there. So he needs quick ballers. So again, player identification, profile identification, I do trust Amorim that they're going to make the right moves, right? So we got that. So Ineos, back him, then we'll be in good shape. And also, I think on the people, as United fans, we need to, we saw some reports, some folks were already Amorim out. This guy just came to the door, man. Some people already Amorim out because they were not seeing his playing style and all this nonsense, right? Right now, we're actually seeing that. The last couple of games, you're actually seeing that the players, they're understanding their assignment. The players are actually knowing what Amorim wants. It took a while, but we are seeing that. We're seeing signs of that, right? So, I don't want to say it, but I'm going to say it, right? Trust the process. So, that's something that we're going to have to deal with, right? But, again, Amorim was brought in by Ineos in a crazy move in the middle of the season to take over from Ten Hag, which was not the right thing to do, obviously. Ruben Amorim did want to come in after the summer, whereas he would have finished the season in Sporting, obviously maybe win another title, because he was at a really nice spot over there at Sporting when we went and gave him an ultimatum. It's now or never. And the guy will say, you know what? He couldn't afford to let go of this opportunity, right? To coach a team as big as United. So he couldn't afford that, so he took the job. So he took a job knowing that it's gonna be something that is not gonna be easy, right? He knew that it was gonna be difficult, but he did acknowledge that he did not know it's gonna be this difficult of a job, right? A couple of interviews, man. Ruben Amorim has been doing a whole bunch of interviews. He did say, like, yo, I didn't know, if somebody had told me I would go, I don't know how many games, like 5. How many games did we go without winning? If someone had told him that he would go that many games without winning, he would not have believed you, because he's used to be winning at Sporting, right? Yeah, you're going to lose a couple of games here and there, but going that many games without a win, that was a learning experience for him, right? He actually found, he realized, like, okay, this is not the Portuguese league, no offense. Right, this is the Premier League. It is unforgiving. It is every team that you're going to be playing, they are going to be a problem, right? And of course, he knew that coming in, he is implementing a style of play that none of our players have played it before. And not only just these players, throughout our history, we have never played a 3-4-3. So most of the players that we have in our profile have been players that they used to be playing with the back four, those kind of situations, right? So it was one of those situations where, it was going to be tough. But you know what? He accepted the challenge. He rolled with the punches. He made sure that he's keeping us informed as fans. The man is good on press conferences. He kept us informed, and he basically made sure that he did not lose the fans, right? Because from the get-go, from day one, he believes on that the 13th man, whatever, the 12th man, quote unquote, right? The fans. The fans are that your secret weapon in order for you to win titles, to push the players on. You need the fans on your side. So Ruben Amorim knew that he needed that. So he kept us informed. What is going on? What is he trying to do with the team? And honestly, he still has the fans. How do I know this? Come on, man. Ruben, he'll bring back the glory days back again. We'll support him from the Stratford end. Da 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 da. Ruben, you heard that his new chant, right? That is from the fans. The fans made that chant for him. They say, you know what, Ruben, we believe in you. Do your job, man. Don't worry about us. We got you. So I love that the new Ruben Amorim chant, man. If you haven't heard about it, I don't know where you've been living. You know what? If you haven't, check out the Discord, my Discord. Join the Discord community. I do have it over there. It's catchy, man. Once you hear it, you cannot unhear it. It's gonna be in your head the whole day. So yeah. So Ruben Amorim still has the fans, which is good to see, right? So you know, whenever you have the fans on your side, it means he buys you more time. So that being the case, honestly, I'm thinking Ruben Amorim's first season is actually this season that's gonna come up after the summer, right? And he's gonna get the summer to have a preseason, because preseason is very, very, very important for a manager. So he's gonna have preseason. They're gonna be coming here to the United States, which I do hope to go to one of those games so I can see my manager doing his thing. And then so it's gonna have preseason, and hopefully he's gonna get back. Ideally we get, you know, if he gets, like, worst case scenario, we get like 5 players coming in. We're gonna be a total different team with 5 of his players in the starting lineup, right? So we don't want to I don't know why this guy is going honking and stuff. It's crazy, but anyway. So yeah, imagine a team with 5 of Amorim, you know, input into the team in the starting lineup. That would be nice, right? So we're hoping to see that. Now, we obviously, the players that we're gonna sign, ideally they want to be starters, not bench players, right? So next season we're gonna be without obviously Heaton, right? Of course, Lindelof, Eriksson, they were kind of not starters, but they were part of the first team, you know, setup where we've seen them. Maybe we get rid of the likes of Casemiro if somebody comes and gets Casemiro. So that's 3 important players then. Of course, we're gonna be losing Rashford. Imagine now you bring someone else of a Rashford profile who is going to be starting. We're going to be losing Anthony, right? We see reports that Real Betis wants to keep him for another season, maybe on loan, whereas they would be willing to pay a little bit more of his salary. Right? Ideally, to me, I would say, listen, man, just show us the money, man, and you guys can keep him, right? Because honestly, if you need an example where a loan move works perfectly, Anthony loan move has worked wonders, right? He went over there, he's loving life over there, and he deserves to stay. So, and not only that, I see reports that Bayern Munich, they're also looking at Anthony. They believe that he could also thrive in the Bundesliga, right? So, you know, that is where a loan move works perfectly. Unlike your boy Jadon Sancho, where we send him on loan to Dortmund, they send him back. We send him to Chelsea, they want to send him back. Come on, man. So anyway, and also another one that looks like it's working, loans, Rashford, right? Rashford loan move looks like it's working, right? Because he's playing well. We see Rashford in the England setup now. You know, imagine that. That is perfect, because if he was at United, yeah, he will not be getting that England call-up for sure. So, big up to Rashi. And being called up for England, again, more notches in his belt to say, you know what, someone, come and get me. I still got the goods. I still can deliver. So, again, we shall see. So, those are important players that we're going to be, we could be offloading in the summer. Now, we replace those. Come on, man. We'll be in good shape. One player I hope we get, as far as the number 10s, Matthias Cunha, man, from Wolves. If we get that guy, man, that will be something. We shall see. Again, it's going to cost us quite a bit of money, so we have to do some important moves there. So yeah, so there's a lot with our team, a lot to jump into. But you know what? I'm just gonna leave it there. Make sure you hit the like, hit the follow, and listen. I appreciate you guys driving with me as I head to the office. I don't usually drive to the office. I usually work from home, but sometimes I like to go to the office. you know, to say hi to my peoples over there. It's good. So yeah, man, let me know what you think about all this. We've talked about a lot. International break, it's not the greatest, it's boring, especially we were on up and up. But listen, hope we pick up where we left off when we come back. And again, when we come back, guys, the run of games, it's gonna be nuts. We got Nottingham Forest, right? And then right after that, we got Man City. Right after that, we got Newcastle, right? I mean, yo, and then we got Lyon again. It's gonna be mad. So if we want to see where we are at, it is gonna be in those run of games, right? We're gonna see what these boys are made of. And on a positive note, yesterday, Aiden Heaven, he did put out a post on his IG saying, listen, he appreciates all the love that he's been seeing. He's recovering fast. So hopefully we get more of an official statement from United saying on his prognosis. Hopefully it's not too bad, right? And listen, the kid is incredible. Hope that he gets back soon, because I see him playing quite a few games for us, especially now that we don't have Licha as that left center back, right? Left-footed center back, right? We need that profile of a player, which we don't have. So Heaven does fill that slot perfectly, and we did see him and Drogu work perfectly together, both left-footed on that left-hand side. You know, it's important to have those guys. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna leave it here. Again, let me know what you think. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the notification bell. I will see you all on the next one. You know what? You guys are legends. Thank you so much for supporting the channel.